Hello everyone, hope everyone's having a great New Year's Eve. I'm just having a nice whiskey here with a bit of a mixer in there, and I was just looking at my collections here, and I randomly opened the cabinet with a lot of the Genesis Megadrive games in it, and I thought, well, why don't I do some sort of just like probably my, what is that for, my 8 favorite Genesis Mega Drive games. There's a lot more in there that I like. I just thought these are quite standout ones, which I picked up, a few years, over the last 10-15 years. Everyone, there's no hidden gems here. This is basically quite well-known games, but some of these are quite hard to find now in good condition, and I got these in tip-top condition. At the time it was a lot easier to find these in that condition. So the first one here is Rocket Knight Adventures for the Genesis. Really good game. I didn't even know about this. It was because of YouTube that I found it, and the problem I've got with this game is, right, it's great. Trying to find it in great condition, it's always a difficult one, because you'd always find that spine is discolored, right? And I must have gone through quite a few copies to find one that was perfect. And sorry, I do put these games inside. They're not sealed. I put them inside a plastic wrapping. You can get them off eBay, and then sort of a second box holder just to protect them from moisture, UV, everything, because it's just, it's a nightmare trying to sort of piece them together again. But yeah, Rocket Knight Adventures from Konami. The Konami games on Genesis were golden, I have to say. I liked this so much that I actually bought the PAL version as well, just because the box art looked slightly different, a little bit more nostalgic for us in Europe. But I think this runs a bit slower, or has it been optimized? I'm not sure. I've tested them both though, so I'll put that here. Next one is a Shadow Dancer, the Genesis version. Again, I had to piece this one together a few years back in the best condition I can get it, but this is a great game. Again, back in the day, I didn't really know about this one. I knew, like everyone else, Revenge of Shinobi. But yeah, this one is, I think it's one right up there as one of my faves as well. The next one I actually bought from, I was actually out in Italy on a work assignment, and I found a retro game store, and I managed to get this one in near mint condition. I think I overpaid for it. That was in 2016. But still, it was worth it. I think it's in absolutely mint condition, and it's a top game. Again, I still think it's quite unique. Everyone likes the Super Nintendo version, Turtles in Time, but this is quite unique. And I play all of these on emulator anyway. So the next one I found in a retro game store in London. Actually, that's Sparkster on the Mega Drive. Again, in very, very good condition, and I couldn't believe it when I found this one. So superb condition, and I don't think this is anywhere near as good as Rocket Knight, but still a great game. And that is just a box that's kind of showing that little bit of kind of sort of pattern to it. It's not the insert, but yeah, this is great. Great condition game, and another good game from Konami for the Mega Drive. The next one is Castlevania Bloodlines. Again, I acquired this around 2014 at a reasonable price from the US, in great conditions. It's going for crazy money now. I think I wouldn't pay for that much for it now, but still a great game from Konami for the Mega Drive Genesis. The next one, which is another difficult one to get, and I pieced this one together around 2015 time, is Contra Hard Corps. Even loose cart, this goes for a lot of money. And again, trying to find one. The Genesis variants are really expensive and really difficult to get hold of, but yeah, great condition. Contra Hard Corps. The American cases tend to be kind of funny. You can see there's a bit of a pattern to them. I think that's just the way they are, but the insert inside is nice and mint. So yeah, that's Contra Hard Corps. And this one is really difficult to get. And I remember Mega Turrican at the time, there were a few copies knocking around on eBay. This is by Data East. This is kind of, I think, probably one of my most valuable Genesis Mega Drive games. But yeah, I played this and tested it. It's great. Of course, now I'll just play off the emulator. It's so much easier to access via the Genesis Mini, Mega Drive Mini. So yeah, this is actually another top one. I'm really glad I have it in this condition as well. And there's quite a few more up there. I just want to show these few that I was looking at. Actually, we can have a quick peek and see what else I've got. So I put a few out here. So of course you've got Sonic 1 Mega Drive. I also wanted the Genesis variant, so that's Sonic for the Genesis. I found that in a retro game store. I don't think there's not many Genesis collectors in the UK. So those kind of go just stand on the shelf a bit more. So here's a few more kind of that I've got on here. So Altered Beast, Golden Axe, there's the Genesis ones. Aladdin for Genesis, Sonic 2 Mega Drive, Aladdin for Mega Drive. Again, I had to get both because I really like that game, and it was just the box art was different. Crackshot for Mega Drive, Sonic Mega Drive, Street of Rage 2 Mega Drive, Street Fighter Championship Edition, Earthworm Jim 2 Mega Drive, Sonic 3 Mega Drive, Aladdin Mega Drive. I've got that twice. There was a time where I just couldn't find a nice mint copy, and I found two, and I ended up keeping them. I've done that a few times actually. That's Castle Illusion Mega Drive, Buster Douglas Boxing Mega Genesis. I heard that's a pretty cool game, so I managed to find this one. Kept it. I've got a couple of copies of Street of Rage 2. There's some variants of that actually on the Genesis, and I've got Street of Rage 1 for the Genesis behind there as well. Altered Beast, Sonic 2 for Mega Drive. I've got Strider, the Genesis version as well. Shinobi 3. Oh, that's a great one. I forgot to bring that out. Shinobi 3 for I picked that one up from Seattle actually when I was out there on a work assignment. All in great condition. Oh, I forgot the main one. They're Gunstar Heroes. The Lion King Strider for Genesis. I had a thing for buying the Genesis variant and the Mega Drive variant just because of the small box art variations. But Gunstar Heroes Mega Drive, one of my favorites as well, and that's the Revenge of Shinobi. So that's it. That's kind of my small Mega Drive collection with the main pick outs. I only buy the games I really like. I'm not interested in buying everything. But yeah, back in, let's say, 5-6 years ago, I just bought the ones I really wanted to play, and I haven't really bought any more since. So anyway, I'll try and do some more of these videos, so collection videos for each system going forward. But I hope everyone has a great New Year's Eve, and Happy New Year to everyone.